Well, sometimes I can't help it. We're having technical difficulties. Please do not adjust the set. If you look back here at 6:14, it says I am here. So I was here, but I'm having a problem with StreamYard. So that is an issue. Yep, if you look back at 6:14, it says I'm here. But I'm having a problem. I've actually got them open in another window. Oh, goodness. Yeah, StreamYard's got me all messed up. It won't let me do half of my stuff. Let's see. It's supposedly fixed, so y'all gonna have to sit through it. Let me see if these things work.
Food markets only.
Meet Susie Smart, she is so bright. On her blackboard you can write. She has a desk, she has a seat. What's your name, my darling sweet?
My name is Susie Smart.
She can talk!
She can talk, but can she add?
2 plus 2 is 4. Cat, C-A-T.
You can spell!
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how
You recite!
Press the button, she says a dozen things, complete with desk, blackboard, and seat. Susie Smart, sold at food markets only.
What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not gonna try it. You try it. I'm not gonna try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
Time.
I've been thinking about this, Mr. Han. If I'm here and you're here, doesn't that make it our time?
Yep, it's our time. And yes, I was tardy and I can't help it. But I'm here. And guess what else is here? This jar with money in it that a couple of weeks ago y'all got told to go make a comment on a video about how much money you thought was in that jar. And I hope you did make your comments, because tonight we're going to count that money and we're going to find out how much money's in there. And of those who made their comments, we will be giving somebody a pinpointer so you can go find your own coins. Dig them up out of the dirt like these came from. So that'd be pretty groovy. The guesses ended on the last day of November, but I will be truthful, I have not counted the money yet. We gonna count it live. It's alive, baby. It's alive. So, yep, we are gonna count it up. So, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a Patreon drawing where we're gonna give away. Let me see what's in here. Whoops. Got us a buffalo nickel of the. Let's get the crazy coin out of there. Put this under there. A 1927 buffalo. And that didn't sound good. Buffalo. Okay, she's. Oh, I can't get the other two coins out of here, but I know what they are. These were a Patreon sponsored prize several months ago that was won by Mark Thomas, and he generously donated them back. We also have, besides Mr. Buffalo, we have a 1950 Canadian dime, which is silver. This is a real silver festival here. Sorry, the jar's in my way. Wait a minute. It says 59 on the thing, but it's actually a 50. A 50 dime. And we got a 54 rose. So, got a couple of silvers in there. I'm going to find me an envelope now, so I don't have to find one later. Now that is for the Patreon drawing. So if you are not a Patreon sponsor of the channel, you won't be eligible for that one. But I'm going to give you time to become one for like $2.96 a month. You can't even buy a Starbucks mocha frappuccino for that. So we got that happening. We got let me get on the proper camera. Camera. I'm trying not to get on the camera, but it could accidentally happen just because I have been screwing everything up that I touched today. But here's our jar de la cash. We're gonna open the cash, see how much is in the cash, and we had a comment video that ran for half of November, where you had time to get up there and make your guess. So somebody is going to win a Vulcan 360 precision pinpointer. So got that going on. But while I give everybody a chance to become a Patreon sponsor, I'm gonna do some coinage. We're gonna search a few coinages. I I will warn you, I am not feeling super duper good. I had a little accident last night and cut my arm a little bit. I hope you do, Kevin. I hope you do win. But I do have a couple more of them to give away. That was really nice of Calico. They gave me 6 of them. I thought they were going to give me one, and they gave me one case, which was 6. So, can thank Tony over at Calico Detectors for all of these. And is Mike Wolf in here? Oh, Mike, are you here? If Mike Wolf, yeah, there's Mike Wolf. Mike, I have a pinpointer here that has a sticker on it with your name on it, and I'm trying to remember, did you donate that back? Because it's in my box with the auction and giveaway stuff, and I don't know if it got in there by accident or if you donated it back. So if you could answer that question for me, because I don't know if I'm supposed to mail it or give it away. It is so confusing around here with the packing and all the trying to get all my medical records together and arguing with the crazy woman over in Michigan who wants me to spend $2,000 to come up there and sign one piece of paper that I've already signed. She just does not get. And I never had to do that when I moved from one USDA housing to another one in the past. So I don't know what's going on with them. But I've talked to the civil rights people in Detroit, and they opened a case investigating it. They said they don't think that goes with the Americans with Disabilities Act to try it. Plus, I've been checking with my doctors, and 2 of them said for what I have, the diseases that I have that they are treating me for, that flying would be okay but not recommended. And then I have 2 that said they really would prefer I don't fly. And the closest airport to me is almost 3 hours away. And a ticket from there to the closest airport, which is Flint, is like over $850. They want me to do this during Christmas. Yeah. If I end up having to do that, then I won't have enough money to move. And if I end up doing that, I'm going to go there dressed all in green in a freaking Grinch outfit. I'll tell you that right now. Florida metal detecting. I got a compliment on my shirt that you sent me. I had a little sale out in the lobby yesterday, and the lady told me she liked my shirt. Okay, let me say my hellos to everybody that I haven't greeted. Kevin K, Lucky James, New Marshall, Patty DeSharoon, Mike Wolf, there he is. Yeah, the aliens let me go. They couldn't even handle me today. You're right about that. Silver Slinky's in town. Sky Quest. For somebody that had such a crappy day, I'm in a pretty good mood. Oh my goodness. Looterate. See who else. William E. Florida Metal Detecting. Patty says her legend has been messing up. Backlight quit. Today it went crazy. Had to reset it in the field. Nocta is really good with their customer service. They really are. I mean, I've never waited more than 24 to 48 hours at the most to hear back from them. They're spot on about that. Alrighty, first thing we're gonna do is make sure I got the link pinned and that I am in live chat. I'm getting so tired of YouTube switching things over to top chat instead of live chat. It's annoying because I don't always remember to look. And oh my goodness, Mr. Black is back. Back in black. Okay, in case you've forgotten what your guess was on the jar full of money, the link is up there now. But that's not the and the Nightbot has posted your link to sign on to be a Patreon sponsor. Hi, Tom Kingery. Doug's probably still sitting out by the mailbox looking for this package I promised to mail him by last Friday that is still sitting on my coffee table. I feel so bad. Oh, well. There's furry plants and coins. Okay, let's see if there's anything worth looking at here in this pile of pennies. Okay, those are the pieces for Mikey's Christmas ornament. I gotta finish that. I got so much stuff going on. But the number one priority right now is getting my stuff ready to move, and I'm so sick of fighting with agencies and people. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, I had, as part of that fight, I had contacted congressmen up there, and their office had said they were going to assign it a case number as well and try and help me figure out what the problem was. So I called there today because I hadn't heard anything, and I get this lady, and she says, oh, well, the congressman's not going to be able to help you because you are not a resident of Michigan. Once you get moved here, then he can help you. Now think on that one for a minute. Once I get moved there, how am I going to get moved there if he doesn't help me? I'm being discriminated against under the Americans with Disabilities Act, and their own state civil rights office admits it and says it's absolutely a violation. And this lady was like really rude too. She's lucky I was too tired to argue with her. So I went over to the congressman's website and left him a nice little note because I actually campaigned for that guy when I lived up there. So I didn't think that was too good. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to get up there to sign these papers, but it's not going to be with $1,000 airplane ticket. If I spend $1,000, I'm only allowed to have so much money in my account for the purpose of making the move. If I spend that $1,000 just to go up there and sign the paper, then I have no money left to actually make the move. Yeah, you're right, Alistair. It sounds like she don't know any better. And one thing, sounds like she definitely doesn't know me. Because my next phone call, I'm going to give it like a day or two. I can't give it too much time because this lady, yeah, that's who the person at the civil rights office is the HUD lady, and she has already assigned it a case number and told me that they are absolutely wrong. They can't do it. They cannot force me. There is a clause in the Americans with Disabilities Act called reasonable accommodation. Well, forcing a sick person who is not supposed to fly to spend almost $2,000 to fly 600 miles just to sign a piece of paper. Yeah, that's who I'm working with, is the lady at HUD. Yeah, I bet, Alistair, because that was the other thing. The same lady that wants me to fly up there and spend all that money just to fly up there. Now, I've already signed this paper, mind you. It's not like they don't have my application and everything. They have a notarized copy. So she's just being a butt. And then they asked me about my cat. Well, my cat is a certified emotional support animal. I have the letter from 2 different doctors. I have the initial letter, which came from the state of Michigan, actually, from a doctor up there. And then I have a current one from my doctor down here. Because it wasn't that she was saying I couldn't have him. She was saying I was going to have to pay a deposit for him. And they're not allowed to make a disabled person pay a deposit. There is no corporate number for the apartment. It's not owned by a corporation. It is actually owned by HUD. Now, the one here is run by a corporation, but the one up there, I did get the number of the management company. That's all I can get out of them is the number of the management company. But somebody, by the time this is over and done with, is going to be in trouble. We'll just put it that way. And it's going to be 2 people. One of them's going to be the lady. If she gives my apartment to somebody else, OMG, is there going to be trouble. After all the time I've sat here on this waiting list thing. And the other person that's going to be in trouble is the one in the congressman's office. I'll make sure she gets hung real high. But if I haven't heard anything back from the congressman's office within a couple of days, I have a lot of friends in Michigan, and they're in some very interesting places, uh, like radio and a TV station. There's a newscaster in that area that I'm pretty sure would enjoy hanging somebody just to have a more interesting story. And it would get even more interesting when I tell them that the first time I called the congressman's office, I was told someone would call me back within a day or two and they would be assigning a housing investigator. And then 2 days later, somebody tells me, well, see, Furry, that's what I did the other two times I moved into USDA HUD housing. They had everything there. When I arrived on site, I had to sign a new last page of the application so that I could sign it in front of their notary. And then I handed them the check and they handed me the keys, and that was it. There was no making me go there twice or any of that. I don't know what this lady's malfunction is, but if she gives that apartment away, there's going to be a stink so bad they'll be able to smell it in the upper peninsula of Michigan, because they're messing with my life. This isn't just messing with my housing. If I don't get up there and start getting my treatments pretty darn quick, I could end up blind, paralyzed, or having a stroke and dying. So this is not a freaking joke. So we're going to see what happens. And if I haven't had some kind of positive input by about Wednesday, I'm going to call my buddy at the TV station and see if he will start poking around. Because I don't think any of those people want a story about how they're jeopardizing somebody's life over a signature. I just, if it was me, I would not want my reputation out there to be that, just would not. No DDO, no DDO. So anyway, I was going to try not to get off on that topic, but kind of hard not to when my whole day has been crammed full of it. And then, right in the middle of it, I finally got my schedule all worked out with my aide for the week. She goes out to put something in her car. By the time she comes back in, I've had a phone call from the cardiologist, the one that I missed the surgery for. And they want me to come next Tuesday. And since I can't get rescheduled for the surgery, they want to at least do a CAT scan to see if they see anything unusual in there. And if they don't see anything unusual, then I can wait until I get to Michigan and have the heart procedure done there, which is fine with me. Michigan's got better doctors. However, that opened the same can of worms. Will the transportation even show up? Because they didn't show up the day I was supposed to have the surgery. So tomorrow I have to call my insurance company rep and have her call their medical transport and emphasize to them that they better show up. So I got a lot of stuff crammed in to the next week. My house is so crammed full of boxes and stuff you can hardly walk through it. And I got to go rent a vehicle. See, that's another thing. I'm having to, every time I sell something on eBay, that money goes to rent a vehicle because I can't touch the moving money. And I go and rent a vehicle and go and get some more stuff out of the storage and get it down to the thrift store and get it donated because I got to get everything out of that storage except the things that are actually going to go to Michigan. And I want to get some of the stuff that's packed for Michigan out of here so I don't fall and hurt myself like I did last night. I didn't really fall, I just kind of stumbled a little bit, but I banged my arm on something and it hurted me. And so I got the new boo boo. Fortunately, my aide has three. Anyway, she has children and she's good with band aids. So, since I don't have a nurse, she stuck me back together today. Well, I did it earlier this morning and I tried to bandage it myself, but I didn't do a very good job because I can't see. Oh, we got a Lincoln Life and it's a snazzy one. Look how nice this penny is. A little down here in the Unum. Other than that, it looks really good. That's one of the bestie ones I found. Oh, it's got the little groove right there, but it's still really nice. We'll set that aside. Helps if you put them in the right way. 85, nothing. 81, clink. Where's the wheat? I need some wheat. A big 7-0. Alright. My phone's dinging and dinging and dinging and dinging. Yeah, I had a little sale out in the lobby Sunday. I thought I would do better since it was the first of the month, but I think I made $25. That's 25 more than I had. So, tis what it is. But if I have to spend an extra $2,000 to secure my apartment, I don't think if I sold everything I owned, I'd make $2,000. Well, maybe if I sold my guitars, which I'd prefer not to do that. I'm kind of hoping to play again. It's just not something I want to do. I will if I have to, but it shouldn't get to that. There's so many secure ways to send a signature over the internet now, or I could just do it when I got there, like I did with the other two moves. So it's just really frustrating. They got to make things so difficult for everything. You got all these people that I guess it makes them feel like they have some kind of power or something. If they can bully some old person, or I don't think I would feel too good about myself if the best thing I could do to make myself feel good was to bully somebody else, especially somebody that's old and sick. Ooh, that must really make you feel good. But yeah, I'll figure it out. Oh boy, we gonna play a game. We gonna play a game. 'Cause I just found a Wheatie. Guess the date by the condition of the closest without going over will win something out of the box here. See what I got down in here. Well, let me see. Oops. Okay. Got a kind of crusty 1934 Buffalo nickel that I just dropped. There it is. And a Susie Q Christmas ornament. So that's what we will be gifting to whoever gets closest without going over on our date of the week penny. So let me wrap those two things up so I can put a name on them. Once we have selected the winner, chicken dinner. And I did have a chicken dinner. So, how about that? Okay. Put that over there. One guess per person. closest without going over. Okay, there it says there's 9 people in here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody else want to guess? 10 people. I'll wait a few more minutes. Well, a few more seconds anyway, while I pull these shield pennies out of the roll I just opened. Because I don't play with the shield pennies. Not my style. Takes too much time. Get them guesses in. I just about got all the shields out. Where am I at here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. 3 people didn't guess. So we're going to go on without them. Let me get back up to where the beginning of the guesses start. Da-dee-da-dee-da. There we go. Let's see what we got here. 19 something. 1951. Ooh, a 51S. Look at that. A little extra bonus on that one. Okay, Eller's got 43. Slinky's got 48. Mike the Greek's got 41. Skycrest 63. Looks like that 1948 is going to be our closest without going over. And that's going to be Silver Slinky. Does anybody else see anything closer without going over to 51 than the 48? Yep, it's Silver Slinky for the win. And I got an S penny that I needed for my booklet. So Silver Slinky gets the Christmas ornament and the buffalo nickel. Woohoo! Alrighty. Scribble that name on there. Put it over in the box. Yeah, I got a few things to mail out. Oh my goodness. Well, I just had a pen. I lose stuff real easy. I swear. Let me go find another one. I'll be right back. Gotta go get another pen. I know where there is one. Oh goodness. Can't find anything in this place. Lemon, did you take Mommy's pen? Huh? You got it? Okay. Let's see. Alright, I finally found a pen that writes. Well, I found two pens. Neither one of them would write anything. So, I got it covered now. That in the box. And let's go back to the pennies. Okay. Oh, Scooby, Scooby-Dooby. Yeah, I gotta try and get down. There's Dougie. I knew he'd be here. And I gotta get down to the storage the end of the week and get some more stuff moved out of there. A lot of that's getting donated. I have some of it's been in 2-3 yard sales, and for whatever reason I didn't find a buyer, but it's perfectly good stuff. So I'll be taking it down to the local thrift store that also runs a food bank. So they sell the stuff and then they use it to buy food to go in the food boxes. So that's the one I prefer to take things to. The problem with it is that they're not open on Sunday, so if I have to take anything on Sunday, it has to go to the Goodwill. but I will be getting it out of there so that all that's left is stuff that's going to Michigan. And then I can take some stuff from the house that's going to Michigan and get it in there and out of my way. And then I will have a much better idea of what size cargo truck I need. So that's what my upcoming weekend looks like. I sent a bunch of stuff home with my aide today that helped get some space. It's driving M3 crazy because I'm moving things around and it's messing with his domain. He don't like it. He knows something's up. I don't know if he realizes he's going back to his home state, though. M3 is a Michigander. He's not a Georgian. He's not a Virginian. He's a Michigan kitty man. So I don't know if he knows that he's going back to his home, to the homeland yet. But nothing there. All right. Has everyone who wanted to sign up to become a Patreon sponsor done so? I gotta run over to the Patreon page and see how many people are in there. Maybe. How? There's a screw sticking out of my desk. This desk is not going with me. It has seen its better days. It has seen its better days. That is a fact. Okay, why can't I get to my Patreon? Where is my link? Copy. Patreon. There it is. Copy link. Sometimes I'm a little slow. Most of the time, I'm a little slow. Okay. Okay. Active members. Well, we only got 9 active members. So, I'm just going to put their names on little pieces of paper and scribble one out. Whoever wins, wins. There's one. There's 2. I'm abbreviating because there's only 9. And I know who they all are. This is one way to use up. I'm trying to use up all these odds and ends so I don't have to pack them and take them with me. I got these free samples of some post-it notes. So I'm using those. Now this one will really be funny if Mark Thomas wins because I'm giving away one he donated back. Yeah, there's a couple things I don't understand about YouTube. And one of them is this, and I know it sounds weird, but I see people in my channel that I see in a bunch of channels, and I'll see them donate $10, $20 in these other channels, and I don't understand, you know, I can't get somebody to donate $2.97 and they come over here and I can't even get a $3 donation. And I just, some of those channels, I watch them and I'm like, they're they're no better than mine. And it's just a little ego bruiser, you know. And like there's a couple channels that sometimes I'll tune in and I'll be like, why are people even watching this? You know, I don't understand. You know, and I know I'm blessed that I do have people that donate, but it's just I just don't understand. Okay, I got all 9 names. I got them in this bag here on these little yellow slippies of paper. I'm going to shake them all up in the bag and pick somebody out. And they're going to win those 2 silver dimes and the Buffalo nickel. Let's see who's coming out today. Come on, give me one way out of the bottom down there. All right, who'd we get? Who did we get? We got. Well, they got good sticky on these. Come on, open up. Let me see. Who we got it? Now that is real interesting. Why won't it come unstuck? Okay, let's peel and stick, it says. Well, y'all ain't gonna believe this. You ain't gonna believe it in a bazillion years. Let me switch it over to the other camera. Look what it says. Kevin won something. Kevin, you won, Bubba. Yay, Kevin. No wonder it was being so darn stubborn. Oh my goodness. Kevin, you're a winner. And that's why it was being so stubborn. It's like, no, you can't send me to Kevin. Oops. So you're getting that. And get it turned around here. A 1927 Buffalo. That's a groovy. You're getting a 54 Rosie. It's in a little flippy thing. That's why the lights are shining off of it. Ooh, excuse me. And a 1950 80% silver Canadian dime. A Georgie. There you go. Slick as glass, Kevin. Slick as glass. Now, you people that win stuff, you know you gotta send me an email with your name and real address. And please remind me what you won in case M3 or I lose track of reality here while we're getting packed to move. So, let me still have my pen this time. Kitty Kid. Patreon. Now you know you got more than $2.97 worth of silver. So you done good. You done good. Yay, Kevin. Yeah, Kevin. No, we haven't done the jar yet. You didn't see it get pulled? Well, I'm sorry. I realized after we're getting ready to do the jar, actually, right now. Alright, I gotta find something to count this into. Yeah, see, I haven't counted the jar. We're gonna count it right here together, right now. Hi, Benji. Hi, Les. I just gotta find a container and something to keep track in. Okay, I got my plastic bag here. And I'm gonna try and get the camera set where y'all can watch the money being counted, but I don't want to be on the camera because I'm really looking frightfully bad after my little accident. Oh, come on. And I don't know where my what you call it, tripod. I don't know where my tripod is. I think it already got hacked. Alright, so I'm just going to dump all this out in front of this camera. And we're going to look at it quickly as well, because some of these really crappy looking things might be silver. I don't know. I pulled out the 3 obvious silvers when I found them, but I'm just going to kind of start making stacks of penny, nickel, dime, quarters, and then we'll count them all up. That seems to be the simplest way to accomplish this mess. So, keep it up here. You can count along at home if you want, but I'm not counting them until I get them sorted. It just will be a lot easier that way. Belly button fur doesn't count as extra. Dime. Dime. I mean, I could have counted it ahead of time, but what would the fun of that be? So, this is the best way I can think to do it, is just to sort it by denomination and then count each individual. Some of them are pretty nasty, and some of them you can tell were like almost surface fines because they're very clean. What the heck is that? I got one I got to set aside. If it's a quarter, it's a really rundown quarter, because it doesn't seem to be the same size as the rest of them. I love these pennies with the big bites out of them. I need a container. Quarters are taking up a lot of room. any space for anything. Here we go. Penny, 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 penny. I know some of you way overguessed and some of you way underguessed, but I don't know the actual amount. I'm going to learn it the same time you do. M3 fur. Who knows? Some kind of fur. Some kind of furry fur. Boy, there's some nasty pennies in here. I probably should be wearing a hazmat suit going through some of this mess. A lot of quarters. A lot more quarters than I thought there were. I always like finding quarters. Bigger monies. Yeah, I think out of all these, the best money I found was the $2 Australian coin and the 64 Kennedy. And what made the Kennedy special was that I had been over that park a bunch of times. And I was hitting it with a different coil. And found that in a spot that I had been over many, many times. So that kind of made me feel good. That made me feel like that coil was doing its job. So, what am I holding here? A nickel, okay. Nickel, penny, 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 penny. These are going to be fun to try to figure out the dates and stuff on later, because some of them are nasty. Are we having fun yet? Yeah, I gotta let my brother know what I found. Now, this was not the whole year. This was just from the bags that I didn't get to make videos from, because I took the SIM card out of my camera and with the idea that I was going to transfer all the files over to my computer, and then the SIM card got misplaced. So these were the bags that had the dates and everything on them so that I could shoot the end wrap-ups for those videos. Only it never happened. So First, I pulled all the trash out. We guessed how many pounds of trash was involved. And then I pulled all the clad. And that's what this is. But this wasn't for the whole year. This was just for that particular set of videos that never got made. So there was a lot more cash than what you're actually seeing here. As my brother had made the comment that, oh, eventually you'll pay for that detector with the money you found. And I said, I paid for the detector a long time ago. I paid for the detector the day I found the 2 gold rings and about $30 worth of change and a gold pendant. And, yeah, I paid for this detector a long time ago. It has definitely paid for itself. And I am so looking forward to getting to Michigan, going detecting on my friend's farm. Can't wait to go out on the farm. There's one part of the farm that's going to be real weird to detect because there's going to be a lot of junk, but I think there's also going to be a lot of good stuff. But the reason there's going to be a lot of junk is they used to run mud bogging thing out there. So all these probably find pieces, parts off of the mud bogging jeeps and stuff. But there was also camping and bleachers, and so, that's an interesting one. I got a couple interesting coins I've set off to the side here. We'll be looking at them. I'm not even halfway done yet. There's more here than I thought there was. Mostly because there's more dimes than I thought. I thought there was more pennies, but there's a lot of dimes in here and a lot of quarters. And boy, are there some crusty pennies. They're stinking zinkins. They're all corroded and crapped out and look pretty bad. And then I'm going to have to look at the pennies again to make sure that they're pennies and not dimes. What is that? Huh. Not sure that's... Yeah, I guess it's an American. It just looked funny. Just look funny. A lot of funny looking stuff here. Plink. Yeah, I probably should have counted it. Oh, I hate finding zinkins. It's like my back hurts from digging, and then it's a stupid zinc penny. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Something good. Who said too many quarters? There's no such thing as too many quarters. No such thing as too many quarters. Too many pennies. Way too many pennies. I'm getting close. Yeah, there's a lot more dimes than I thought. It's a good thing I wasn't allowed to guess, because I'd have been totally wrong. I wouldn't have even been in the ballpark. Okay, I have, while I'm doing this, a question I'm going to throw out. I found a whole box full of assorted newspaper clippings about different things that happened when I was in junior high and high school, and most of it was related to the hippie community in the town I grew up in. And a lot of those people are on my Facebook page. And some of the articles I would like to post, but they could be embarrassing to some of these people now. So I'm trying to decide if I should post the articles or if I should email the people and say, hey, do you mind if I post the articles? One of them involves a great big drug bust. Now, the thing about the drug bust, they arrested over 100 people, but by the time they actually got around to prosecuting the people, they only could make 3 of the charges stick, because the people really hadn't done anything. They were just trying to make it look good. All right, let me drink my last swallow of coffee. Well, I got it painted. I had to paint both sides of the actual ornament part. So it's painted. And I dug around in the closet and got the uh, Army Man background paper. It won't take too long to put it together once all the pieces are painted. That's the painting is the main thing. Okay, we're going to start by counting these dimes because, no, actually we're going to start. I've got 2 weird coins that I need to put under the scope. You're going to laugh at one of them. Okay. I think this is a quarter, but the size is not quite right. And I can't really read anything on it. So I don't know, should we count it as a quarter? Here's a quarter. It just doesn't feel as thick as a quarter. So I'm not sure what it is. See the difference in the thickness? And it's also a little bit smaller. So I don't know what to count that as. And now that obviously is a quarter. This one, I'm not sure. It's a tiny bit smaller, and like I said, I can't read anything on it. I don't know if it's a slug or a coin from another country or what it is. So we'll have to decide what we're going to count that as. And then here's our other. We did get a ½ cent, but not your normal ½ cent. This one is just cut in half. So those are the two odd coins. Now, let me move all this stuff over. Let me get my pen and my piece of paper. And after they're counted, I'll put them in this plastic bag here. Let me put it back on the other camera. Yeah, I don't know what to count that one thing as. It's odd. Yeah, I like the ½ cent, though. That was funny. Canadian quarter, maybe, yeah. Okay. Let's start with the dimes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, that's a dime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, guys. Be nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These nickels out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Try and stack them up so I can get them all under the camera. Oh, shoot. I have no space to do anything in this mess. Oops, knock one over. Sorry, guys. I'm slow tonight. I started out like Speedy Gonzales, and now I'm more like Yertle the Turtle. And then, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40. So I have $5.40 in dimes. So let's get them out of the way. So if you guessed under $5.40, or yeah, under that, you're already out. I have the list of what everybody guessed pulled up. Count the cent, don't count the slug. Yeah, that's kind of the way I was looking at it, because I don't have any idea what that is. And it sounds really when you drop it. So I'm not sure what that is. Oops, I just found another dime. So that makes it $5.50 in dimes. I may end up finding a couple more mixed in with the pennies, because some of them are really, really dirty. Okay, there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. There's $1 in nickels. Let me get these out of the way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So we got $1.45 in nickels. I thought I would have more nickels and less dimes, but it is what it is. And like I said, then I got to go back and look at the dates and stuff on these later, because I can't tell just at a glance whether some of them are silver. I didn't guess, so that means I'm not out yet. That's funny. 2, 4. Look at that lovely one there. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I've got 50 pennies so far. You'll help me keep track. 2, 4, whoops, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So now we got 75. There's so many of them, I have to just count and move them out of the way. 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, 92, 94, 96, 98, $1. There's $1. I still got more. 2, 4, whoops, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 2, 4, 6, 8, 60, 2, 4, 6, 8, 70, 2, 4, 6, 8, 80, 2, 4, 6, 8, 91. So 191 and a half in pennies. Don't want to forget our half. Don't want to forget our half. Let me get these out of here, and then we'll do the quarters, and then we'll know. Everywhere. That's a lot of pennies. That's a lot of digging. All those pennies. And I still got the quarters to go. Yeah, there was this one place down in Georgia. I don't even know what the name of it was. It was a park and it had a name, but I always just called it Penny Park because every time I went there, I would find pennies, and they were old, not necessarily Wheaties, but like 60s pennies. Package total. Hi. We counting up the jar. We've counted our dimes, our nickels, and our pennies. We're getting ready to do the big stuff so we can see who the winner was. All right. And our famous half cent. Okay. Here we go with the quarters. Oh, excuse me. Gotta get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So, yeah, you can tell some of these came out of the ground. They're pretty nasty. And I have an idea for that one that we're not sure. I'm gonna go get a magnet. If it sticks to a magnet, we know it's not a quarter. All right, let me go get a magnet. Because I'm curious. And like I said, if a magnet sticks to it, we know it's not a quarter. We still won't know what it is, but we will know what it is. Yep, it's stuck to the magnet. So it is not a quarter, at least not a U.S. coinage of any kind. So that answers that. So now let's count this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 75. Now, I just got to add all this together. Oh my goodness. Unless somebody, of course, has already done that for me. Oh, thank you, Kevin. I just picked up my phone to use my calculator, and there was a little thing from Mr. Kevin in there. Okay, where's my calculator? I want to calculate. Do, 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 do. Somebody's probably already got it already. That won't work. I've got them written down. Besides that, everybody wants to know if they won, so unless they want to sit here all night, they won't want to do that to me. Well, that cannot possibly be right. Because I had more than that in quarters. So let's try this again. Okay. All right. We have $21 and 61.5 cents because we have the half penny. Okay, so now let me pull my list up here. Hang on, I have it queued. I do have it queued. Share screen, comment video. All right, here we go. So you've got to be below 2162, let's say. Truly Amazing is out. Patty, you're over. You had 2493. Karen, the real McCoy, is over. Um, 1906, that's pretty close. That's Jimmy LaCorey. Silver Slinky's over. Lucky James Eller, oh, you just barely over, buddy. You had 2357. Old Bell had 2299. Can You Dig It has 1534, but Lakari is closer. Shane Hurlbut, it was way low. Kevin, you were way low. You had 1234. John Chum had 1717. High Pockets had 960. Jody Greenwood was over with 29. Benji was over with 26. New Marshall was close, but not as close as Jimmy Lakari. New Marshall had 1897. Ooh, look at Wild Bill 86. Oh my gosh. Wild Bill 86 is under by a half a cent. He had 2162 and it's 2161. Now, if we count that half as a whole penny, he's right on the money. So we'll have to make that decision. Seth was way over with 52. David Canham was over. SC 2876 was over. So that leaves us with Jimmy Lakari at 1906 and Wild Bill with 2162. Now, if we count this chopped in half penny as a full penny, William is right on it. So I'm going to make you guys the fall guys. You get to tell me. Yeah, technically, the U.S. does not have a half cent. So that would make Wild Bill over. And that would give it to Jimmy Lakari with his 19. So my question is, do we categorize this coin that is chopped in half as a full penny? Oh, shut up, phone. I don't know anybody that lives there. I'm tending to lean towards Wild Bill because I consider that I found a penny. And he had 2162. Well, if we count this as a full penny, he was right on the number, 2162. So I have not seen anybody argue with that. So unless somebody wants to speak now or forever hold their peace, our winner is going to be, assuming that he is a member of the channel and falls under all the rules, is going to be Wild Bill 86. If I have any objections, let's hear them now. But I consider that I found a penny. So, that being said, our official winner is Wild Bill 86, who has a week to collect his very own Vulcan 360 precision pinpointer. If he does not collect it within a week, I will give it to the next person down, which would be Jimmy Licard. Any objections? Before I declare this alrighty, it's official. Just let me pick these quarters up and I will type it into the stream. I'm going to put the slip with the numbers on it in the bag with the coins. And all right. And I know who Wild Bill is, so I'm anyway. Let me get to my stream. I don't think I was ever going to get all the Spanish counted. Oh, I just didn't. Did not think I was ever going to get it. There was a lot of dirty pennies. And we're going to go back and look at some of those coins later. So anyway, Wild Bill, for those of you who don't know who he is, he's a gold prospector. So I like to watch the gold prospectors. I never get to do it, but I like being able to watch them do it. So anybody who knows him, he doesn't have a real big channel, but he used to come in here a lot more than he does, but he came in and made his entry, and he couldn't have got any closer. I mean, really, you couldn't get any closer. So there we have it, the winner. And I don't think he's ever won anything on my channel before too, so that's kind of neat. I like once in a while have somebody brandy new, like poor Kevin. He's been trying to win something forever. He finally won something tonight. He won the Patreon sponsor drawing for the silver. So I have not decided yet on what I'm going to do about the 12 days of Christmas because I have so much stuff going on with the move and all of that that I may have instead a drawing after I get moved, a Michigan Madness thing or something, because I was going to do it, and then I talked to a couple of people that said, you're really overloaded already, and I don't know how you would get all this stuff mailed out, and I have a hard time getting it mailed out under normal. So I think we may not have the big Christmas whoopee thing this year because of the move. So y'all gonna have to forgive me on that one, and I will. I'm gonna go. I'm really tired. I didn't really tell you guys about my little accident I had where I busted my arm open. I'm sure if it was in a movie, it would have been really comical. But I have a non-slip mat on the floor of my bathroom. Now, keep those words in mind. Non-slip. So about 2:30 this morning, I get up to go to the restroom. Well, I don't have my glasses on, but it's maybe 15 steps to the bathroom. Well, I don't know if I moved the mat, if M3 moved the mat, if the aide, when she was cleaning the bathroom, moved the mat, but the mat wasn't where it's normally supposed to be. And I got my little twinkle toes tangled up in the mat and did like a ballet pirouette and fell backwards onto the seat of La Toilette and hit my head on the back of the lid to the toilet, knocked a plant over, hit myself in the head with it, banged my elbow on a little shelf next to it that has extra toilet tissue and that kind of thing, and landed in a seated position where I had intended to go, but not quite that way. So yeah, it was a dance, but I really smacked my elbow really hard and split it open. And like I said, though, I'm sure if you were watching it, it was probably pretty comical. It like some of the great comedians who did, slapstick, slip and fall kind of stuff would have been proud of that maneuver. So that's what happened. And it took me like over an hour to clean it all up. So by then it was 4 a.m. in the morning. I mean, I was lucky I didn't fall down, but in hindsight, it was pretty comical, I'm sure. And M3's sitting there looking at me like, "What you doing, Mom?" Yeah, it was something. All right. So anyway, that's what happened last night. So I'm planning on going to bed early tonight to make up for the sleeping I did not get done. So on that note, Well, I am working on his. He wants to know if it's going to have a Michigan postmark. I'm going to try to get it out of here before I go to Michigan. But if you really want one, I could get it postmarked in Flint. If you want a really funky Michigan postmark, we'll get you one from Flint. Ooh-wee. Yeah, Doug is regretting making this kind of statement. No rush on sending my stuff. Uh, I am working on it, Dougie. I promise. Good night, everybody. I gotta get some rest. I'm like almost slap happy. If anybody sees Wild Bill, let him know he won, and I will email him because I know the I know the email. I'm going to F1 escape. See, F1's got that little music thing. If I turn the keyboard right side up, you can tell. So I'm going to escape with some music. Good night, everybody.